Welcome everybody to my channel of AG Maths, the way of life, written here. And today's topic, we will start with binary operations. Before that, let me recall what we did in the previous video slide. We were talking about the different types of function, how to find the inverse of a function, what is the types of function means primary divisions of function and then the secondary divisions. Main division has again been subdivided into two more parts. With examples we have discussed, and to further continue the same topic, I take you down to binary operation, which is widely used in our computer science. You know, binary elements are 0 and 1. All the computer language is comprising of 0 and 1. So it's a very important topic. The fundamentals of binary we will be talking today. So let us start. Yes. You see, in binary we will study about the binary operations, what it is called, and then we talk about the operation tables in binary. Next we will come to commutative property of binary operations, whether it is commutative or not. With examples we will discuss about it. Associative property is also another property important for binary operations. We'll discuss with examples. Then we'll switch over to identity element of binary operation. You know identity elements in complex numbers and algebras, and inverse of an element with respect to binary operation. Inverse we have seen in a function, and now it is with respect to binary operation what we mean by it. So in arithmetic so far we have learned the operations, basic operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. These are the four basic operations in arithmetic which we have learned from our very early stage of learning mathematics. So what happens in arithmetic? In addition, we see if I have some problem like this, a plus b plus c, I am writing in algebraic form. You can write even in the arithmetic form, 1 plus 2 plus 3. What happens? How we deal with this problem? First of all, we will take 1 and 2 together, work out this addition operation and write 3 here. Then we will write another 3 and finally we come to the answer 6. So what I did, I combined two elements to perform one operation. So it is a first and second, and binary means 2. By word is 2. So it is operation between two elements only. You look here, after this 3, I took the last 3 and again I combined these two numbers of 3 together to form the answer 6. So here again it is a binary operation. We cannot perform the operations on three elements together. A plus B plus C all together we cannot do it. We have to pick up any two. Either you pick up A and C and then the result with B, or you can take up B and C, then add the result of with the A. So it is always with two of them. So binary operation in addition is two of them. What we do with the subtraction? You see, subtraction is also done in the same manner. If you have a subtraction of say 3 and 5, how we do? Subtraction of 3 and 5, we do like this. 3 minus 5 is minus 2. It is the result of this 3 minus 5. Or when I write 5 minus 3, it is plus 2. Results are not same. Again, if we have again a subtraction of 1, so to the result of 3 and 5, you subtract 1 as well. So I subtract 1 here it becomes minus 3, and if I subtract 1 here, it becomes plus 1. So if you have a subtraction of 3, 5 and 1, subsequently we can do it and we get the answer like minus 3 or positive 1. Now look at the multiplication part. What we do in the multiplication? In multiplication, we have 5 multiplied with 6 multiplied with 7. If we have 3 elements for multiplication together, we cannot multiply all 3 at a time. We have to pick up any 2. Either you do with this, or you do with this, or you may do with this. And the result of the 2 you use as a one element with the remaining last one. So this is again a binary operation. In division, likewise we have 2 elements we pick up for dividing. If we say that divide 80 divided by 4, then you divide by 2. If this is the problem, how we will continue this? We cannot do it all together. So what we do first is either we divide 80 by 4 or 80 by 2. We do not do 2 divided by 4 or 2 divided by 80. The meaning of writing this problem is the first element is to be divided by the second element, and the result of this will be divided by the third element. So this is what is the meaning of binary operations. Now coming to how we write it. If we have to write binary operation, which is also a function, it is a function. I'll say it is function. In earlier classes, we have understood how we write function. Function is written as f of x is a combination of say ab such that a is greater than b. Is a form of writing a function. But here, in case of binary, we don't write like that. So what we write is the operators are the function. If we have to write the operator as positive, addition, if I have to write subtraction, if I have to write multiplication, or if you have to write division. So we write the, instead of fx, I write the operators. The operators are written first, then we write, say the elements are AB, and to denote the binary, we normally use some symbol. A plus B, it is for the addition, right? If it is for the addition, then we write for subtraction AB to look like A minus B. For multiplication AB, we call it as A cross B. And for division AB, it looks like A divided by B. Now, we can change this elements as for addition. If I write, it is R and R, R to R, and the result is R. This is another way of writing the binary operation of addition. Addition of first element is real number, second element is real number, and what we get is a real number. Now here in function we knew that one part is called the domain, another part is called the range, right? In function we had a domain and a range. This was in the function. But that is not happening here in case of a binary operation. In binary operation, we don't have a domain or a range. What is happening? R and R are getting operated. It is a Cartesian product, right? It's a Cartesian product. We cannot call it as an order product because we don't know whether A is coming before B or B is coming before A. In order product, A always comes before B. But here it is a Cartesian product, and this is the result. So we see here that in binary, if it is a real number, this is a real number, then the result will also be a real number. That means it all belongs to the same set, and the set is of R. This is the set of R. Look, the earlier problem which we did, that say 1 is multiplied with 2. This is the multiplication binary operation. Then what we will get is a real number 2. So this all three things belong to the same set of real number. We cannot have a negative number here. Negative number will not come in a negative number can also come in real number, but it will not have in natural numbers. So if I say n cross n is giving me n, and suppose this is a addition operation. Operator is addition, that is a binary function, and it is between n cross n to n. That is meaning we will have only the counting numbers here and not the real numbers. The counting number starts from positive of 1, 2, 3, 4 and goes on to infinity. So there will be no negative number, there will be no zero. So that is the restriction. It is differing from this thing and this thing. So in this case, you can have any real number values. So it belongs to a real number set. So the set is different. And here, in addition, we will have a different set which is of only the natural number. So the operators of addition will give answers depending on the which set we are applying it. If we change the set nature, set of real number or set of natural number, answer differs. Similarly, we can have a generalized case of writing that A cross A gives me A. It generalizes to the statement that if a binary operation is applied on a set of A, the result will also come in the same set of A. If it is not coming, it is not a binary operation. So that is what is the meaning of binary operation. Okay. So we'll discuss something more here. So you can have a look at it that binary operations we have understood it is between two elements, and the two elements will come from one set, and the result of that will also lie in the same set. That is A cross A gives us A. It's a binary operation on set A, and if I say R cross R gives me R, then it is a binary operation on R that we have understood. Now addition, subtraction are binary operation. Addition and multiplication we saw are binary operation, but subtraction and division may not be the binary operation in the set of natural number. Now let us take an example of a binary operation to explain you how it is working. If I say that binary operation, I write like this. There are some symbols like you can write like this, you may write a small 0, you may write a symbol like inverted V or this. These are the symbols for binary. Symbols of binary. I take an example, as I told you that binary A binary B is A plus 4B square. If I say A binary B is equal to A plus 4B square. This is one problem given, right? So, what type of relation will it be? A belongs to real number. A belongs to real, B belongs to real, then whether A plus 4B square will also belong to real number set? Yes, it will belong because A plus 4 is a real number and B getting squared will also remain a real number. So this whole thing will belong to the real number. So we see that a real number, binary to real number, will give me a result of real number. Similarly, if I say A binary B is AB, that means this binary symbol is for multiplication. Here, the binary symbol was not single addition or single subtraction or multiplication or division. It may have A plus 4 times of B square. So this symbol which I am using here, binary, calling as binary, can have different meanings for different types of problem which I am discussing now. It can also be applied to sets. It can also be applied to different types of uh, set of problems. Now I tell you further one more important thing. That if I say n of A means cardinal number of A is small n and cardinal number of B is small n. These are two sets, A and B, and maybe some natural number set. Then function of A to B is equal to m to the power n. This is the number of functions which is possible. This is number of functions possible. So if somebody asks you how many number of functions are there if the cardinal number of set A is n and set B is m. So if the function is a relation of A to B, then there will be m raised to the power n as the number of functions. Similarly, if I say A to A is A to A is A, or giving me A binary I write, A binary A gives me A. And if A is P, then what we can say that P square is giving me P. Correct? Then number of binary operations will be equal to P raised to the power of P square. Because here the Cartesian product itself is a set. It is no more domain and range as I explained you earlier. So it is P raised to the power P square. And if suppose it is 3 into 3, 3 cross 3, so it will become 3 raised to the power 3 square. If you like this video, please uh, click the button of liking icon and also subscribe for understanding and getting the intimation of the next videos which I will be posting in this series. Thank you very much for your time.